Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
So we would normally play the open down here, but we're so far behind, I thought, well, let's not just do that. And let me just tell you that this is the In Wheel Time Car Show, a very special show today because we're coming to you from Houston Raceway Park and the NHRA Spring Nationals. And we're over here in Baytown, and racing is underway, actually. And everybody's, it's going to rain, and they're not going to have the races. Oh, yes, they are.
We have a dry slot right over the track.
A dry slot. Yeah, exactly. So thank you for joining us today. We've got another hour and 15 minutes because we're going to extend the show till 12 noon.
A 4-hour show today.
A 4-hour show today. And I have to tell you, the weather has jacked with us in a bad way.
The weather started getting rough.
The tiny ship was
tossed.
If not for the courage of the fearless crew,
the minnow would be lost.
In Wheel Time would be lost.
But we went on a 4-hour tour, so that's why we broke the chain.
Go.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and now we're in a dry slot.
You're going to get that dry slot in.
We're going to get a hashtag dry slot.
If you got a dry, you better put something on that to clear it up.
Yeah, that's right. I'm still trying to.
I'm not paying any attention
let's not
to y'all.
go there.
So
who's up next?
Well, we're waiting for that person to show up. We understand that they're on their way.
They're on their way.
Okay. And so in the meantime and in between time, I can either do some news stories here, or we can break out one of your features. But I think that I have some more news stories that I want to get in here.
There you go.
It'll allow us a little bit more time. NHTSA, National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, has opened a preliminary evaluation to assess potential issues related to a loss of power in the 2020 to 2021 model year Porsche Taycan electric vehicles.
That's their full electric.
The agency's Office of Defects Investigation has received 9 complaints from vehicle owners and 2 field reports alleging a loss of motive power while in motion at any speed without warning to the driver.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
So you heard that since we're here with Toyota, the 2021 Supra was named Performance Vehicle of Texas this year at the Texas Auto Writers Roundup.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's cool. Congratulations, Toyota.
Mazda is discontinuing 2 of its slowest selling models. I mentioned this earlier, and I really wanted to tell you about it. The CX-3, the subcompact crossover, and the Mazda 6 sedan got the axe.
No mas.
No more mas. Mazda said in a brief statement Friday it will stop selling the CX-3 and the midsize Mazda 6 after the 2021 model year because of evolving consumer tastes.
Evolving.
Mm-hmm. In other words, they ain't selling any of those things.
Oh, boy.
Hyundai has lately had a lot to say about its ambitions in electric vehicles and advanced transportation technologies. Last week, it vowed to put its money where its mouth is. South Korean automaker said it will invest
Hyundai.
He wants to shake on it.
$7.4 billion in the U.S. by 2025 to produce a suite of electric vehicles, upgrade factories, and develop smart mobility technologies.
That means autonomous drivers.
And Hyundai is coming on strong.
Yep.
And Hyundai is launching a global battery electric brand that uses the Ioniq name from its current hybrid and EV hatchbacks.
I did the GV.
Well, while you're talking about Korean brands, South Korean battery maker SK Innovation is set to launch a battery joint venture here in the United States with Ford to ramp up the electric batteries for the new Ford F-150 Lightning.
Wow.
So they're joining together to build lots of batteries.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty stout.
The Lightning made its debut last week.
Wednesday,
and the president was there. I don't quite understand all of that, but
neither did he.
He didn't even know where he was, did he?
If you look at the pictures, that was a driver's ed vehicle. There was a steering wheel where he sat, which was on the driver's side, and there was also a steering wheel on the passenger side. Yeah. So I guess
I missed that photo op.
Everything we heard was true. but this isn't that
Moving
show.
on.
Yeah, we're not politically correct,
Well, you also heard that
but we don't care.
a Dutch court ordered former Nissan boss Carlos Goshen to repay his salary.
Yeah, good luck on getting that money out of that man's
I
wallet.
think he's still in. Isn't he still in Lebanon?
Yeah, he's
No, he's still in a suitcase.
the suitcase. Yes, from once before. I don't know why they even bother. I mean, they've tried to nail everybody that had any affiliation with him, including the guys that provided the suitcases to get him out of the country.
Nobody cares anymore. It's like following the Kardashians. You know?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you follow the Kardashians?
No.
You know, I'm proud to say I've never watched
Never
one
have either.
episode of any of those
Not
shows.
a moment.
Isn't one of them running for governor or something, or president? Something like one of
That
them?
would be perfect out there in California.
The mom,
The dad.
the
The
mom,
mom.
the
No.
dad,
The
Bruce Jenner.
No, it's
No,
Caitlyn
Caitlyn
Jenner.
Jenner.
It used to be
Whatever.
Bruce Jenner. He used to be on the cover of Wheaties.
Yes.
He was on the cover of
Yes.
Wheaties. Well, now he's a she.
triathlete.
A biathlete.
Well,
What did you say? What did you call it?
A biathlete.
Well, wouldn't it be even bi anymore? Because I think that they
think
got that
it's all the way,
lopped
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did. I think,
It's in a jar.
regardless, he's running for governor.
You would know.
People are eating.
I'm sorry.
You heard the Hummer EV is going to weigh 9,000
1,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh! And still go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
At
That's like
9,000 pounds.
It's like taking a safe from the bank, putting wheels on it, and battery charging it and letting it go down.
Putting a top fueler.
Can you
engine
imagine
on it.
the damage it will do when it hits something?
It's like moving your mother-in-law.
Oh, man.
Hello, Kathy.
Have you thought about that?
Well, I was thinking about what it would take to stop 9,000 pounds.
Well,
Big
it's like
brakes.
trying to stop a cement truck.
Well, once you let off the accelerator, it just decreases.
Well, not
Well,
necessarily.
it's going to have
It depends
regenerative
on
braking.
how fast you got to stop.
But it's still a matter of how much traction the tires are going to have.
We have a very special guest from the NHRA drag racing circuit, and her name is Alexis DeJoria. Hi, Alexis. It's so good to see you. I know we haven't seen you in a couple of years. Put that little headset on there. We've sanitized it for your protection. Yeah.
No, we've sanitized you for her protection.
Well, I need to be. That's
Don't
for
do
sure.
that. That's no fun.
That's no fun. How have you been?
I've been good. Thank you.
Yeah. How is the rocket ship doing?
Oh, man, we're doing really good right now. We're qualifying really well. The last race, we made it to the finals. We won every single quad that we ran in. We were just so close to winning. I think if all the candles were lit, it's a very good chance we would have won.
Did you
that
drop a
race.
couple cylinders?
At the step, we dropped one, and then about 400 feet, we dropped a couple more. So.
Yeah. That doesn't hurt. That
didn't
doesn't help
help.
the performance at all.
No, we were all like right about the same, leaving like 63, 64, 65 reaction times. So it was gonna be a good race.
How's the rocket sponsorship? I love your car.
Thank
the
you.
paint job, the scheme, everything about it is
Yeah.
like wow.
I like it too. You know, some people are like, oh, it's kind of boring compared to the stuff that you used to do. I actually like it. I think it really photographs well. It looks good on TV.
Absolutely.
You can't miss the rocket
No,
on the side of
It
the
shows
car.
the sponsor well.
Yes, it does.
That's the key.
And they're happy, so
That's
important.
who's your crew chief?
Del Worsham and
there
Nikki
you go.
Bonifani. So very, very lucky to have those two guys.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Some of the best in the business.
definitely.
Yeah.
And they're my friends, and I've worked with them from day one.
You know something
So.
that I found out about you? You've been drag racing a long time.
Kinda, not
Yeah.
as long as some.
Well-
I didn't start in junior drags, but I started off in Super Gas just for a few races. But that 63 Corvette Roadster that I bought with my savings, it was on its last leg.
Oh, boy.
Had a couple races in, and it was just toast.
Yeah.
And then I moved up to Super Comp and raced that for like 8 months. And then
It's all good. No worries.
It's all good.
But yeah, so then I went to Super Comp and did really well and won a Sportsman National, then made the jump, and it was a jump to Top Alcohol Funny Car.
Do you still have that
It took a while.
63 vet? Do you still have that?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
No. I had to sell it and use that money towards the Super Comp car because
Don's got a vet.
it was a little pricey.
yeah.
He's got one.
It was Steve Williams. He from Canon Filters. He builds a new one every 2 years, or at least he used to, and then he would sell it. So
So you got in line for his hand-me-down,
Yeah.
and sounds like you were successful with it.
very. Very.
cool.
Was some help from a really great family that had been racing Super Comp for a long time, the Robbins family, and they helped me out because I didn't know anything. I came out of left field. I just wanted to race, so I didn't really have any background in it except my dad racing what's it called, cannonball races, but that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He raced the cannonball?
A lot of them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in Europe and out here, just for it's just crazy times.
Are you still living in
This
Austin?
was the 70s and the 80s.
Are you living in Austin?
I am.
Okay.
Yep, I drove
Neighbors.
up today.
You did?
Yep.
Nice.
That's
nice
convenient.
to have.
Down.
Down,
Over,
whatever.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
So
got
you
it.
left the craziness of NASCAR up there to come down here.
Yeah, well, they still get to run. Unfortunately, we don't. So
Well, you're
just
going
going
to
to wait. Yeah. We'll get one round in.
Is it
For sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah,
two.
they
Just
moved it up
depends
to
on-
noon, so that's why I was a little late. We had to
No,
run
no,
the
no,
car
no,
up and
no,
get
no.
all that done. Race car first.
We're not the
So-
priority. That the car is.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you stopping by
Yeah,
and
thank you.
talking to us today. And congratulations on all of your successes.
Thank you.
How is the COVID thing jacked with you and your team and all that sort of stuff? How's that all come down?
Well, it was a hell of a year to come back, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But luckily, we got to run a lot of races, and it was kind of a nice transition back in. And I felt like I did pretty good. I didn't really miss a step. We all gelled really well. All these guys have been running for a long time, so yeah, we were actually pretty good.
How's JR Todd?
JR Todd he's a troublemaker.
No.
I could tell that.
When we were teammates, we really didn't get along at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still don't.
I
Tell us
know.
more.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't really like him.
What people don't know that are listening.
I
and
love
watching,
JR.
JR
No.
is sitting to her right, about 4 feet away from her.
Tell
No,
me
he's my buddy.
about your relationship with TRD and the
TRD.
Toyota bunch.
Yes.
How-
Toyota Racing Development. They are just incredible.
How do they help you?
In every way possible.
Yeah, really?
From the water grains in the air to the track surface to the air, whatever.
And that's
everything.
all TRD.
It is, and no other team out there has what they have.
Right.
I mean, we're really lucky to have their their knowledge, their brain trust right next to us, working with our teams. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it lets your people focus on what they need to focus.
Exactly.
TRD brings in that data
Yeah.
that you just implement into your tuning
right.
and stuff.
They
But it's-
basically bring us the information like this is what you could run.
Now you do your part and you'll run that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's,
This is what we think is out there.
yeah.
So.
And
Well,
that's the part that can be a little tricky at times.
Yeah. Well,
And-
you still got to tune the car,
And
Yeah.
Dell's been doing it for a while.
Yes,
been doing it
obviously.
since he was a extreme youngster.
Yes, and he taught me how to drive a nitro funny car. Him and Jeff Arend. So it's great to be able to work with him and and obviously like Nicky Bonifani, and so I feel very, very lucky to be with those guys.
When you have the team meeting before the next run, what's that like?
Just kind of telling me, like what's out there, what we're going to try to run. If the track's a little, slippery down track, if it's gooey or whatever, if there's a bump or, if the groove goes a little bit out of the middle, they'll just little things like that.
They're just trying to help prep you as a driver to
Yeah.
get things ready.
And sometimes it's just like, just go out there. Everything's good.
Go have
Just
fun.
go
Go
yeah,
ahead.
just do your thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting the high sign from behind you
Is the time?
that
Yeah.
you
Eli?
might need to head that way.
They moved the session up 10 minutes.
I gotta go.
So
We love you. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you guys so much for having me on your show. I appreciate it. And
you.
just
Thank you.
to follow up, I love JR Todd.
We know.
He's
We can
my
tell.
buddy.
We'll tell him next time
Okay.
we see him.
And I'm definitely going to go visit him in his new place in Florida. He's going to tell you all about it. Sorry. I just outed him. That's right. He's leaving Indy, guys. All right. I'm
Thanks,
out.
Alexis.
All right. Thank you, Alexis DeJoria. We appreciate you stopping by. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do a quick interview change, and we will be right back. This is the In Wheel Time Car Show coming to you live today from Houston Raceway Park and the NHRA Spring National. Stay with us.
We all know about aftermarket and online parts stores, and each one has something to offer, but they don't offer original factory parts. That's where Bayway comes in. For original factory parts, visit the the Bayway stores first. Give them a call or stop by. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln carry a complete line of parts for the do-it-yourselfer. Keeping your newer classic original means a lot, and you can count on these fully stocked parts departments to help keep it that way. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln, keeping it original. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. Inside the Loop, visit Tailpipes and Tacos on the Southwest Freeway at Shepherd, weather permitting.
NHRA Camping World Drag Racing. It's an 11,000 horsepower Nitro Rodeo coming to Houston Raceway Park in Baytown. Catch all the Nitro and Pro Stock action at the Mopar Express Lane NHRA Spring Nationals presented by Pennzoil this weekend. Matt Hagan, Leah Pruitt, Erica Enders, 3-time world champ Steve Thorns, and 16-time himself John Force. Kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Get tickets at HoustonRaceway.com. Houston's got horsepower.
Don't miss the first ever Houston Summer Auto Show, May 19th through the 23rd at NRG Center. A limited edition collection of your favorite brands and models, including the new Ford Bronco and Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Tickets online only at HoustonAutoShow.com.
Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time Car Show. Today coming to you from the NHRA Spring Nationals at Houston Raceway Park in Baytown, Texas, baby. We got more guests from the professional drag racing circuit still ahead. And we're going to have some auto news headlines and Lord knows what else. It ain't going to rain, though. Thank you for joining us today. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zeke, and David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks for being with us today. And the In Wheel Time Car Show is sponsored by Toyota, the official car of the NHRA. Here's an NHRA Toyota driver, and his name is JR Todd. And, you know, there's a note here. It says, head of Toyota Motorsports Executive.
No.
That is definitely not me.
He's trying to finish my sentences like this guy always does.
No, I was
trying to guide me in the wrong direction. But at any rate, he's the DHL driver. So I was just trying to bump you up just a little bit.
Yeah, man, you might get me fired giving me a title like that. Shoot.
We've done that before.
JR Todd, how are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. It's good to be back here in Baytown. It seems like it wasn't that long ago that we were doing this show compared to years past. But no, it's good to be back here in Texas, and hopefully that our word holds off and we can get out there and make a couple laps today.
Yep. Well, I think that they've moved you up. I've been given direction that said you only have 7 minutes with him.
And that was 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, see, time's a ticking. But, I know that I'm laying in bed at the hotel this morning and got told, they moved up the session to noon. And then just a little bit ago, that, hey, we're going to move it up 10 more minutes if possible, if everybody's on time, just because of, weather possibilities and what have you. So got to give it up to Seth Angel and his staff at Houston Raceway Park. I mean, they're doing everything possible to get this thing in. And when I was driving in this morning, there was a big crowd of people lined up to get in this place. So that's good to see fans in the stands and smiling faces. They're not wearing masks out here. That's been a change as well. So it's nice to see.
Welcome to Texas.
Antron Brown said good things about you. I don't know why, but he did.
Well, that's because we don't have to race against each other anymore, or else I probably would be saying good things about him because when I was racing Top Fuel, man, he wore me out like a bad habit. So it's nice to be in separate classes now.
So how are things over at the DHL Funny Car Coletta team?
Good, man. So far, we're second in points. We're less than a round out of the points lead, coming off of a runner-up finish last weekend there in Charlotte at the 4-wide. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going here this weekend. And we've won here in the past. It'd be another good place to win and just keep chipping away at that points lead. I mean, you want to be, you want to be leading the points ultimately, but if you can stay around that top 5 going into our countdown to the championship, ideally that's where you want to be. So we're in a good spot right now.
We want to repeat your experience with us a couple of years ago because you came on the show, you won the event, you won the championship. So that's the plan for this year as well.
I like that plan. You guys definitely have a good plan in place, and hopefully we hold up our end in that DHL Toyota Camry.
So what do you got for us?
I'll tell you what, if we win here tomorrow, love
and affection.
You come over and celebrate with us in the winner's circle, get your picture taken. How's that?
How was your experience sticking Kyle Busch in your seat to start that car? That looked like a hoot.
It was cool. I'm glad he got to experience that. And, he didn't know, but most people know us funny car drivers sitting behind that thing. The exhaust right in your face.
Right.
Like you wear a gas mask just because of the fumes and what have you. And I told him, you're not allowed to wear a gas mask. So we fired that thing up, and it's running for about 2 minutes, and he's trying to hold his breath and breathe at the same time. He's choking, and you got to get the full experience. I mean, you can't just sit there and wear a gas mask, or they probably wouldn't think that we're tough at all driving those things.
And basically straddling an 11,000 horsepower clutch pack.
Yeah,
drive
exactly. You got your
between
feet.
your legs.
You got your feet between the clutch there, and you can see the engine bouncing up and down in the frame rail. So he got the full experience, and he said about 10 to 15 more seconds of that warm up, and he was going to bail out. So I'm glad that he got to experience that.
That was cool.
How are the 4 wides? Tell me truthfully. Do you like the 4 wides?
I'm glad we're 2 wide racing this weekend, so I'll leave it at
that. It's too much. It's too much for a viewer.
Overload. It's overload on.
Yeah, it's to me, it's more of a novelty race. Like I wish we would do it for big money, no points, something like that, kind of a shootout event where pack the stands and what have you. But as a fan, when I'm watching on the outside, I get confused on what's going on. There's 2 different wind lights. One's blinking, one's not. You don't know who won, and just there's a lot to take in with 4 cars. I mean, there's a lot to take in when there's 2 cars running at 11,000 horsepower apiece, and then you add 2 more cars. It's just, as a driver, there's a lot you have to pay attention to on the starting line and what have you. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you always do: go up there and hit the gas when the yellow light comes on, and try to get to the finish line before the other person or other people do.
I have to ask you, as a driver that has gone from Top Fuel dragster to funny car, the difference in driving the car with a body and an engine in front of you as opposed to no body and the engine behind you.
It's night and day different. I mean, I've driven dragsters from the time I was 10 years old back in 1993 up until the end of 2016. So you try to take those characteristics and everything over to driving a funny car, and it's a wake-up call, man. It slaps you in the face and humbles you as a driver. I mean, it was almost like I had to retrain myself over again. But, towards the middle of 2017, once we got into the summer, I started getting more and more comfortable in the car, trying to figure out what to do and what not to do. And I feel like I'm still learning behind the wheel of that thing. They never go out there and do the same thing twice. Where a dragster, 9 times out of 10, it's going to kind of do the same thing going down the track.
A little more consistency.
Yeah, and that's where you get comfortable knowing what it's going to do. In a funny car, it's like it kind of shows you who's boss. You're just trying to tame it more than anything. But they're a lot of fun. They're challenging, and I kind of compare it to driving, like a dirt sprint car to a pavement car as far as a steering input.
How much movements?
Yeah, things like that. Just it's different, and they keep you on your toes, but I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything.
The funny car has a tendency to move all over the track as opposed to the dragster.
Yeah, just because it's the same amount of horsepower, basically the same components as the Top Fuel car. It's just shorter, it's heavier, the engine's in front of you, not as much downforce, and
and the wind probably affects it a little bit more, especially as you get past the
stands.
stands.
It can a little bit. Just depends what direction the wind's going and what have you. But for me, the biggest challenge was visibility. You look so much further down track at the groove in the funny car compared to the dragster, where you're looking, maybe 100 feet in front of the car, where you can't do that in a funny car because you can't see it. So it takes some getting used to, but once it clicks where you get that comfort feeling, it's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for coming by. I know that they're all
We're
tapping
getting
you got to tap out over there.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. It's going to be a big weekend here for us this weekend. We got a lot of guests and sponsors from Mobile One, and we want to show off for them and hopefully celebrate with you guys in the winter circle.
Repeat what you did a couple of years ago with
Tell
us.
Connie Coletta we said hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. JR Todd with the DHL Top Fuel Funny Car. I love this note passing thing.
Well, it's like
it's breaking news.
Excuse me. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You guys go do your thing. We get it. Good luck to you out there. Okay. I'll let you do that. He keeps passing me notes,
Yeah,
but
we can't read your handwriting.
Well, there's that.
It's like we're in the 7th
I was
grade
gonna
and
say,
Mars
it's
is
like
passing
fourth
his
grade.
notes.
Is that one of those things you go like this?
Well, I tried that. And I couldn't get it past the woo.
Couldn't get it to roll.
So we've got actually out on the track, they've got about 40 minutes before they start lighting them up out there. And it's going to be an interesting day. They've moved things up, trying to get all of the both qualifying sessions in.
And I think they just ran a bunch of alcohol cars. So again, putting some good rubber down on the track because that's important.
Well, and then they'll also prep the track with their sticky function when they get out there.
Spray the glue.
Spray the glue. And have you ever walked the track after they sprayed the glue?
Only after I tightened my shoes, because the first time I did it, which was probably back in '88 or '89, I literally stepped out of when we were.
Yeah.
It was after the race, and we were walking down and stepped right out of my shoe.
Yeah, I don't think most people don't have any clue or understand the glue method out there on the racetrack.
No.
Because, if you were to take a street car out there, it'd take the entire drivetrain and leave it behind you broken because it is so sticky. And you don't dare wear flip-flops on top of that. The glue.
Then it's going to stick to the bottom of your feet.
Yeah.
And one time I was working for a magazine, and I had the pass. I was out there by the Christmas tree, doing the shooting and all that stuff. So I went out there, and they said I could go out on the track because it was one run. I was only using one lane. And I went out there literally, stepped out of my shoes. Yeah. But the guy, he's coming up, and he's fixing to launch. So I'm out there. So I said, well, I'm just going to walk in my socks. Well, they ripped my socks straight off my feet, too.
Here's Mars in front of the guy doing a burnout, and here's the left shoe, the right shoe, the left sock, the right sock.
I mean, it was bad.
And everybody in the stands is laughing hysterically.
No doubt.
But I couldn't hear him because the car was so loud, so it was okay.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.